Welcome to Lion Trust. I wanted to chat today to people who are thinking about buying a property on the coast and discuss today the points which can assist them in helping them achieve their objectives. I think perhaps one of the main issues at the moment which buyers are experiencing is that when they look at properties online and contact estate agents, they find that the property is no longer available. It's just a fact that the market has been very busy, the market has been very fluid, and properties have been selling very quickly. So I think it's very important to be prepared. So having your finances in place is number one, absolutely critical to any decision, because I've seen it many times where clients come down, we haven't had a chance to talk extensively beforehand, they find a property that they like and they're just not ready or able to make that commitment because they don't know if they can afford it or get their mortgage. So whether you're looking to buy as a cash buyer with funds, liquid funds available, to know exactly how much you've got available, know your buying costs, to budget 10% on top for a resale property or 13% for a new development. So having your finances in place, if you need a mortgage, talking to a mortgage advisor before you come out. So again, when you see a property, you're really in a position to make a decision if it's something that you feel is right for you. I think the second point is understanding your priorities, really thinking through what's important to you about buying a property in Spain. Is it that you want to be, for example, walking distance to the beach? Is it that you want to be walking distance to shops, bars and restaurants? Or is it the fact that you really do need or want a beautiful view? Obviously, most people want everything, but in reality, that's often not possible. And you do need to make compromises. But the key thing is to know what you're prepared to compromise on and what you're not prepared to compromise on. So knowing your priorities is absolutely key. And this will help us as a team search for you and find you properties that fit your requirements specifically. And obviously we understand that when you come down and look at properties, you might find when you're here that your priorities change. For example, you may have thought you want to be on the beach side and be able to walk to the beach, but then you find that what you get on the beach side for your money doesn't actually fit the way you'd like to live. So you'd like a more spacious apartment and would be prepared to move a little bit further back, maybe get a view instead, and have a more spacious apartment for your money. So they're the first 2 points. First of all, having your money in place, your finances, and secondly, knowing what it is you really want. I think they're possibly the two key factors. Thirdly, most people when they visit, they're only here for a few days. It's important to already speak to your agent and maybe set up a meeting with a lawyer to just talk through the legal aspects of the buying process so that you understand that. That can be arranged before you come down so that you have a clear understanding of what the process is that you're going to follow through. An agent can explain that to you, but there's nothing like actually hearing it from the lawyer who will explain that process. And one of the steps there is to get a power of attorney and allow the time to do that while you're here, because that will make your buying process that more simple. So finally, it's time to have a look at properties. You've got your finances in place, you have your priorities organized, you've hopefully spoken at length with your estate agent who is going to organize the property tours for you. The system here on the Costa del Sol is we have an MLS system, a multiple listing system, where your agent should be able to show you all the available properties on the coast from different agents. So you really do not need to contact 5 agents to see 5 different properties. The agent will make those appointments. It's important when you go around that you have an open mind, you look at the properties. If you see more than 5 or 6 properties in a day, sometimes it's difficult to remember between them, so it's really important to make some notes so that you can know which properties were your favorites. It's also a good idea to ask when you're in the property if you're allowed to do a video if the owner minds, just because that can then help jog your memory when you're back at your hotel or accommodation, just to look through. Perhaps then go and view the property again for a second viewing at a different time of day if your time allows. Buying a property here on the Costa del Sol is a big decision. There are significant sums of money involved, so it's important that you consider all the pros and cons and be in a position where you're comfortable then to move on to the next step, which is to make a property offer. There are a couple of ways to make a property offer. Some agents will insist that a deposit is put down in the first instance. Others will not. It's more vendor driven than anything else, because vendors want to know that clients are buyers, potential buyers are in a position to move forward, and obviously putting a deposit down in a lawyer's client account is a clear signal that someone has genuine intent to buy a property. So an offer is put down, your agent will negotiate for you with the seller's agent, and hopefully an agreement can be reached. It's sensible to put in an offer on a resales property that is a little bit below the asking price. Given the current market conditions, anything too low will not be accepted, but there's normally a little bit of flexibility in there which can contribute to the purchase costs and fees. Finally, once everything has been agreed, it's over to the lawyers, who will then do the due diligence for you, the legal due diligence on the properties, and make sure that you have a secure and safe purchase. And then typically 4 to 6 weeks afterwards, it's time to celebrate, and you are the proud owner of a new holiday home in the southern coast of Spain. So I hope this has been helpful to you. Should you have any questions at all, please do reach out to us via one of the channels to the right, and we would be delighted to be of assistance to you.